Today I'm going to talk to you about a browser that I like, and this browser is called Chrome. Chrome is a very useful browser because of the developer tools. So in case that there ever comes something that maybe someone needs to customize but they can't seem to find it someplace else, Google has the developer tools. Now Firefox has developer tools as well, but they're like certain browsers work certain ways. I like the way how Chrome handles certain things. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I mean from the styles perspective. I'm not gonna show you the consoles because it's a little more complex. The console is more about what's running on the back end and all the functions and all the connections are basically every activity that's happening on the back end. It's displayed on the console. This is more like the scripting aspect of the entire site. But what I'm going to show you is about the tiny little neats and greeny things that people like to modify. And these are the things that a front-end developer will more likely kind of focus on versus a back-end developer. But anyways, without further ado, this is Chrome. I'm going to access it right now. So let's say that, I don't know, we go to Facebook, for example. Everybody likes to go to Facebook. Let's say that this is your site, the Facebook site. And, you tell the, you want to change this color. You don't like this color. That's where the developer tools come in handy. So if you right click, or you can hit the F12 in the Windows operating system, but if you right click and you go to inspect element, all right, you can see that I clicked on the blue section here, which means basically it's directing to the browser, hey, I want to focus on this aspect and I want to know what it is that I have to change. And obviously it's telling me that it's this div tag. This is a class, okay? So it also tells me here the name of the class, which is logout underscore menu bar underscore container. So for example, this is pretty much what's in handy there. I'm sure that there's some other place. There's probably like the template. Here's the CSS file. I'm not gonna go into it, but I'm gonna try to just play with it from this end. And if you go in and you say, I don't know, background dash color red, oops, red. There you go. This is how you kind of get an idea of what it is that you need to change on your website. I'm not saying Facebook's website particularly, but it was just used as an example. It gives you an idea of what okay, so just go to the particular class and apply this attribute, and then it will change it. It will change the color. But let's say that you're looking for a color that's a little bit more different, but you can't identify what color. You can always look for palettes. I usually go to the www.schools.com site. It's been a very useful site for me because a lot of the HTML that I learned I attribute to this site. You can also learn how to do a lot of JavaScript, SQL. JavaScript is a little bit iffy, but you can learn it. It's a programming language for browsers, but my focus is on CSS. So let's say, gosh, I don't know. Let's say we want some color here. Okay, this is where the 2015 palettes, the 2016 palettes, colors that were very popular on sites, I guess. Let's say, I don't know. Let's try, oh man, look, I guess this is what Facebook's used or something. It'll show you like the font should be this color, white, so that it doesn't overpower by the background. But in this case, I don't know, let's try this dark, I don't know, let's try this color. So this is the hexadecimal, and you grab all this. I usually copy that, and then you come here, and then you go back to this particular style, and you apply the hexadecimal there, and then enter, and oops, sorry, I'm gonna play here. I'm on a Mac, so I'm learning here as I go. Ew, that looks really bad. That means that the font itself, it's too white, and it's kind of like, it's being overpowered by the background. Let's say I want to change the font color. or you can say color, I think. And then let's see, font color, oops, sorry, color. All right, let's say we want them black. Okay, this didn't work here, and why? Because the style is a little bit different. Okay, well, that didn't turn out to be, let me see, I'm trying to, okay, so this is not background position. Oh, actually you can change it. Let's see, color black. I guess not. So technically this is a logo. This is not no, it's not. Shall I change it here? Okay. Why wouldn't it change? Because it's a logo. Let me see. Is it a logo? It's starting to look like it's a logo. And it wants to be. Why can't I change you? Can we do black? It's not gonna work. Bummer. Well, I mean, it is feasible. You can change it. It's just that I don't know. I have to look more deep into it. But you get the point. You can change certain aspects of your. I mean, let's say this font's here. We want to inspect the element on this font in particular, and we say that it's black. But let's say I want it to be, I don't know, orange or some other color. I don't know, orange. Let's see. I mean, you can pretty much play around with it, you know. And then you just copy whatever the style. For example, in this case, is called it's called, I'm sorry, underscore v6 or something like that. So pretty much, there is certain things. For example, I don't think Facebook will allow you to show you the console. Yep, the console is kind of very tricky because there's people that are always trying to hack into Facebook. So you can tell that Facebook is aware of that. Otherwise, it won't say stop. This browser feature is intended for developers. If someone told you to copy and paste this here, enable and to hack and so basically, I think Facebook probably encounters situations like that. That's why that message is there. Most sites, they don't display that kind of stuff on the console side, because basically what happens on the console is all this bunch of stuff, all these files that I need to run in order to access certain things. But I guess in this instance, you know, Facebook will not allow you to see this. But there's other stuff too, like this one here is like for the sources, all the sources that are used in this particular page. There could be folders in there with pictures and I don't know what is this, files and all this other kind of stuff. This is a GIF image, and this has been helpful too in case you're ever trying to figure out where is that image coming from or something like that. At least you get an idea. I don't use that much, but then there's that also the network. If there's something that's delaying to get around or something like that, there's more other types of setups or of features, but I don't know how to use all of them. My main focus has always been in these two areas here, and maybe sources. I know that sometimes if, like, say for example, Facebook were down, I guess you can check here and see what's going on or what's delaying or something like that, or if it's browser related. Yeah, that's pretty much it, and that's pretty much what I like about Chrome. I mean, it's very easy to maneuver itself, but in the latest days, it has also at the same time kind of it has become kind of sluggish, you know, kind of more like bloated or something. It just kind of like, you know, racks up a lot of memory or something like that. It used to be faster, but now it's starting to be slow. It's pretty much the same thing happening with Firefox too, but I've always kind of like, you know, feel torn between those two browsers. I don't really like IE. If you were to be creating sites, you really don't want to be using IE. It's just, seriously, anyone that uses IE and then they tell you they're I don't know, they're a developer, something like run to the hills. Like, seriously, that person doesn't know what they're talking about. I mean, you can use IE like from a user's perspective, but a lot of people that I met that are developers, they're they don't think very highly of Internet Explorer, period. Anyways, I guess that's the wrap. All right then, later.